just a little bit of drama for the finish.
Yeah, well, a win's a win. They're not all pretty. We had to dance around Hector's command issues a little bit, and but somehow he got a little stronger that last inning, but we thought that was enough. And we did make it interesting at the end there. Kins gave up really only one sharply hit ball. That was the leadoff single, and but they battled and they made him work and throw pitches, but he finally got the double play. So that was a relief because we were running out of pitches for him. Offensively, again, the MO of making a guy work was true tonight. Get a guy up in the 90 pitch range in the fourth inning. Walks were big early, and Kenny cashed them in, and then Miggy's knock, and Joe got another walk before the homer. So good night for Kenny. A lot of guys contributing. So you take the wins when you can get them.
Vargas knocked in 5 overall. How good did he look to you at the plate?
Well, the first time he got a little bit lucky. He got jammed a little bit, but he hit it in a good spot. But he put the ball in play with 2 strikes and gave himself a chance. And then, we're trying to get him to, certain situations be a little more aggressive, and he was ready to hit that first pitch. I think he wanted to go in with a front door two-seamer, but he left it out over the plate, and he didn't miss it. That was a good matchup for him with, the Graveman pitches down a lot, and Kenny can go down there and get him. So that was a really good night to see him step up for us and put 5 across.
Paul, what's your view of him since he came up?
It's I think his bat quality has been pretty good, Patrick. He's he's worked some walks. He's got some hits. He's showing a little bit of power. Kind of what we want to see for him. We're still trying to mix and match a little bit because Robbie's done a nice job too. So he's just blend him in where we can. We know he's another threat in the lineup that doesn't have a real big bat presence in the middle other than Miggy right now. So he's a good option to look at each and every day.
Do you like him either side of the plate? One better than the other?
That's tough, only because he's hit better up here right-handed last year. In minor leagues, it was kind of flipped. So he's dangerous from both sides, and that's one of the good things.
Obviously, Buxton showed off the speed with the great catch in center and getting to third, standing up on that triple to left center.
Well, I think the defensive plays, the timing of them is always almost as critical as the play itself. When guys are leading off innings, whether it's Joe at first or Byron, you see the ball hit and where he's at. You don't think he had much of a chance, but he actually got there with a little room to spare. So, fearless, reckless, and athletic. And, those are the kind of plays that we're kind of getting a little bit accustomed to seeing from him. But he can cover the ground.
Paul, do you think that your guys kind of laid off some really close pitches from Graveman early in the game?
Yeah. He's tough. He throws a lot of fastballs. And he's just got a lot of movement, and he can hump up a little bit. And, our guys made him stay in the zone for the most part. So that was really good to see. That's all you can do is try to get good pitch to hit. And when you get to 2 strikes, you fight.
Well, are you surprised when Buxton gets those anymore? I mean, now that we've seen even so.
You figure he's always got a chance. And some balls are going to get beat, and he's going to lay out sometimes and come up a little bit short. My angle on that one told me he didn't have much of a chance, and he just was able to close the gap. So.
I think you're in 2 or 3 easy innings tonight. You don't see those too often.
That many?
A couple were
he had a couple which helped. He didn't have a lot of pitches tonight, but there was a little bit of layoff there and a little bit out of his routine not being here, even though he was able to get his throwing in. So. It's kind of who he is, though, He pitches in and out of trouble. He's going to walk some people and have some, longer at-bats where he doesn't finish people. But quality start.
You preached 2 weeks ago not to overreact to the short sample when you were kind of in that skid here at home, and then you've won 6 of 7 now. How have you seen guys kind of respond?
It's been a good response, and I don't want to minimize that. try to keep your temperament in proper perspective on where we're at and the work that we have in front of us. But when you get on a little bit of a run, even if it's only been a week long, you try to enjoy those because it's a fight every day. So I think the guys are feeling good about the game. Some guys are starting to swing the bats. We're getting a little more contribution throughout the lineup, and pitching continues to give us a chance. So it's a good combination.
Familiar lineups lately.
A little bit. We're it's not perfect by any means. I'll be the first to admit that. We're trying to find between guys that are still looking to gain experience and being comfortable in different roles. Relying on some of our experienced guys maybe hitting places they haven't hit before. Some of those type of things that we're doing. But we're putting some runs on the board. The combinations are working out fairly well. But there'll be changes forthcoming. I'm just not sure how and when. We'll probably see something a little bit different tomorrow.